Thank you guys. Good afternoon, good morning to all the folks around the world. Thanks for joining in. I see a huge participation already and appreciate all the efforts from Cook Down, Squared Up. Nice to bring this event together and having us on board as well. And it gives me a great pleasure to talk about what we have from the product group. Everyone, thank you for joining in. We have a very good 30 minutes planned out for to share updates from Microsoft SCOM product group. I'm Aakash. I've been associated with SCOM for probably about half a year now. I'm sure you worked with the previous SCOM product group team, Neha and Hitesh. It's me and a couple of more folks right now, and I would like to quickly introduce our team as well as our agenda. The agenda for us in this short 30-minute session that we have right now is I'm going to introduce our team as well as the product roadmap. We're going to talk about what we have in store in form of roadmap, that is update rollups, and of course we'll be talking about what you can look forward to from the actual product in the upcoming months, right? So we are right now in our planning phase for the next 6 to 7 months. So we would be more than happy to hear out all the great ideas with which can help reinvent SCOM in times of cloud, right? And as a ending note, we will talk about what changes that we have made in our current update rollup, the sneak peek of auditing, and that's where we'll be closing our session. And we also have a 30-minute follow-up session where we can take questions and probably have an open discussion, right? Without wasting time, let me quickly introduce our product group. The System Center product group is headed by Prasad, and there are multiple technologies under System Center. We have DPM, we have VMM, we have SCO, Service Manager, and all of it. For SCOM, that is Operations Manager, we have 4 product managers: myself, Ankur, Bhavna, and Himanshu. We have got we've expanded our team recently, and you will see a lot of things happening from the SCOM product group. We've been waiting to onboard few folks, and they're here, and we would want to go ahead and look into specific features as well as roadmap, and make sure that remove the perception of SCOM as a legacy product, right? We would want to go ahead and make sure it is compatible as well as in competition with all the monitoring tools that we have in the market, and we want to make sure that SCOM is the number one, right? And of course, we have a well-rounded partner system. We have NICE, we have Squared Up, Cook Down, Silect. All the teams have been working with a very well-lit ecosystem with SCOM product, and we're really happy to have them as partners. So, all right. So, quick roadmap updates in terms of SCOM. So, SCOM is an on-premise product, as we all know, and it piggybacks onto Windows Server. As of now, we have our System Center releases as planned here. The next version of Windows is planned in the year of Windows 2021, probably latter half of Windows 2021. Sorry, the year 2021, and we would have our next version of SCOM as well planned along with the Windows operating system. Right, there are just to give you a quick insider view, there are exciting stuff happening from Windows operating system. We have got a new suite of versions as well as operating systems that we are looking for 2021, and at the same time we would want to make sure SCOM is compatible with the new version as well, right? One of the a small teaser is HCI, right? Hyperconverged infrastructure. That is something which you will probably see sooner than 2021, right? And we want to make sure SCOM is compatible with that. Along with the major versions of SCOM, we are also having a continuous update process. We recently released update rollup 9 for SCOM 2016. We are on the verge of releasing SCOM 2019 update rollup 2. You will see the update coming in the first week of August. Right now we are on closing terms of what to go in, and this is the last 1 or 2 weeks to make sure that we have the right set of features and updates rolling into update rollup 2. Yeah, so just to keep you guys informed, the 2019 version is the current version. So we will have a lot of feature updates as well going into every updates, right? And the 2016 is the older version where we will be mainly concentrating on the customer reported bugs or internally reported bugs, right? We usually don't backport all the features that we have in the current version to the previous version, right? Kind of a motivating factor for them to upgrade their SCOM version, right? So this is with regards to a quick overview of the roadmap. I just want to quickly run through the previous updates that released in SCOM 2019. SCOM 2019 came with a huge update. As a product itself, it had a lot of performance upgrades and all of it. Bruce, quick thing. I've not kept a clock around me, so I just need to keep myself abreast with the timings.
Sure, I'll give you an audio prompt when you've got 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, thank you. All right. With regards to the update rollups, which came previously, we had huge investments. We made sure that we had simplified patching, which was greatly appreciated by many customers. Instead of running the management server updates and then running SQL scripts, we combined them and made it a single clickable exe. Then we had a few management packs like Storage Spaces Direct, S2D, Web Console changes. We have few more Web Console changes coming up in our next update rollups. HTML5 dashboards in the Web Console, Universal Management Pack for Linux. The great thing is we have more integrations and more updates with these management packs, right? I'm sure you have come across all these, changes or updates in the current UR1, and I would highly encourage your customers, or if you've not upgraded, please go ahead and update it and let us know the feedback as well as share your experience with us. Okay. Along with 2019 update, we also released the update rollup for 2016. As I mentioned before, for 2016, we mainly concentrated on the customer reported bugs, high impactful bugs, and we brought in few changes with regards to how the nomenclature is around Active Directory Management Pack, few significant updates in 2016. Right. Now, another thing that we rolled out previously in the past, about a couple of months back, is the hotfix for alert management. In 2019, we went about changing the alert management significantly from 2016. There was a lot of positive feedback as well as some constructive feedback on why the alert management is changed in 2019. So what happened was with the change in alert management for 2019, there were few related issues that came about. So we've gone ahead and addressed them as part of hotfix as well. This was released a couple of months ago, and this will be included in update rollup 2 for SCOM 2019. Some of the key changes that we did in this hotfix was with regards to the automatic alert resolution. It was not adhering to the changes that we brought in for SCOM 2019. So we made sure that it looks into those changes as well as honors and respects those 2019 alert management changes. Okay. Of course, we have gone ahead and blogged about them as well. So please refer to our tech community, Microsoft System Center blogs. Right. Yeah. So this is our upcoming rollup 2, and we would want to highlight that the timeline for this is first week of August. We've gone ahead and enrolled some customers. Squared Up as well. Squared Up team also volunteered and tested these features out and have provided immense feedback. First and foremost, one of the most talked about feature is the management pack change tracking feedback, where you can go ahead and track whatever activities are happening on management packs, the monitors, the rules, and the objects. I will be showing you a sneak peek into that as well. We are also talking about, or rather, The second feature that we've gone ahead and brought in some improvements is on scheduled maintenance mode. Scheduled maintenance mode had a huge amount of user voice feedback saying that please go ahead and bring about some changes which can impact the product in a positive way. We've gone ahead and looked into it, and as of now, for scheduled maintenance mode, it adheres to the furthest end time whenever there is a conflict in maintenance schedules, right? Considering there are about 5 computers in maintenance schedule one, and we have a small coinciding computers in maintenance schedule two, and one of them is changed or altered to end at an early time, it will go ahead. If there is a conflict between two maintenance schedules, it will adhere to the end latest or the furthest end time, right? So more of these details are we will be mentioning in our documentation. And for folks who have already tried out in the attendees list, thank you very much for sharing the feedback, and keep them coming. Along with these core two features that we've gone ahead and introduced in update rollup 2, there were few web console related updates which customers had requested either through emails or through user voice. We've gone ahead and introduced favorite reports. Favorite reports was there previously in the previous versions of SCOM, but then in 2019 it was missing. So we've gone ahead and added that. Folders is something which was not available in web console, and we've gone ahead and added that as well. Uh, Interestingly, along with these changes, there is a growing demand for cross-platform monitoring. When I say cross-platform, it's about Linux, Unix, and various operating systems based on these cross-platforms, right? So we've gone ahead and added support for CentOS 8. This will be available in August first week, along with the update rollup 2. And in our follow-up discussion, I would be more interested, or rather, I would be equally interested to know what cross-platform features or updates that you're looking forward to from SCOM, right? As I mentioned, we would want to make sure that SCOM is kept abreast with latest, league of operating systems, latest league of the servers that you would want to monitor, and we would want to make sure that we have the right support system and management pack for them. Right. Okay. Quick updates from the management pack side. So we, from the Microsoft SCOM team, we introduced a couple of management packs. One of them was Storage Spaces Direct. This was made CTP in the month of December and made live in probably in the month of January, February. S2D is a new feature that was introduced in Windows Operating System 2019, where you have the capability of combining the hard disks attached to an operating system and make them highly available storage system, right? And keeping in line with the operating system, we've gone ahead and introduced Storage Spaces Direct Management Pack, where you can go ahead and monitor the network layer, the physical disks layer, the server nodes, storage pools, and the CSVs, cluster shared volumes. And of course, the file shares which you create on top of these layers, right? So we have added monitors and rules for all of this, and please feel free to share any feedback and go ahead and use the feature if you've not explored it. It's a very cool and it's a very effective feature of Windows Server 2019. And another piece is, as I mentioned, we have a new league of operating system that you may see sooner than 2021 called HCI. So Storage Spaces Direct will be kind of the core platform for HCI, right? So please go ahead and explore the feature as well as the management pack. Another management pack that we've significantly invested in is the Azure management pack. This is pretty straightforward. You go ahead and add the subscriptions, choose your services that you want to monitor, and you will see all the alerts coming up in your SCOM console, right? It's more of a unifying experience for monitoring administrator and monitoring IT help desk, where they can see Azure related alerts, Azure related monitors, as well as performance being shown in the SCOM operation consoles, right? And along with operation console, we've gone ahead and added a really intuitive dashboards, as well as the management pack related performance metrics on the web console, right? We have gone ahead and recently blogged about it as well. And some of the top used management packs that I would want to highlight, as well as that we are planning to work in the upcoming 6 to 7 months, are some of these. So we already know that SQL, SCCM, Windows operating system, Active Directory, Exchange are the most commonly used management packs. But we've gone ahead and also did a we created a survey, and we gone ahead and prioritized some of the operating, some of the management packs that we will be planning, we will be, innovating, as well as, uh, I would say upgrading. Technically, we will be upgrading some of the management packs extensively. First and foremost, we would want to go ahead and we will be investing in an Office 65 management pack. We are working internally to make sure that the current Office 65 management pack, as well as the one that we're going to build, is on par with Office 65 workload itself. As we all know, cloud workload of 65 is pretty fast paced, and it is highly evolving. We want to make sure the management pack is also in line with the workload. And the other workloads in going in terms with the COVID situation, all of it are remote RAS, Windows virtual desktops, Hyper-V, something which can assist when people are working remotely, right? So this is something that I wanted to quickly talk about in terms of future investments in management pack, right? Again, all your views and feedback is very much welcome during our panel discussions. Okay. Just to give you a quick, future updates. The first and foremost is that we would want to make sure that the perception of SCOM being a legacy product, that we are not investing in the product, it's completely false. We would want to make sure that SCOM is marketed with the right language, as well as with the right forum. So first and foremost, I want to highlight that we are looking into a new and brand new SKU, or brand new type of SCOM instance called SCOM managed instance, right? This is in terms of lifting your existing SCOM environment and moving it into Azure, so that you don't need to worry about the administrative overhead. As of now, an administrator needs to patch the environment, needs to go ahead and scale the environment out, either scale down and scale up and test all these features, the one that we're talking about, update rollups. So with SCOM managed instance, which is on par with SQL managed instance, a SCOM administrator can go ahead and lift and shift their infrastructure, or the actual SCOM workload into Azure, right? The internal mechanism, or how it works in cloud, is something that Microsoft will take care of. We will be working in containerized environments, but as an administrator, all you need to worry about is the management packs, the target servers that you would want to go ahead and monitor, the dashboard or the visualization. Those are the only things that you would want to go ahead and set up. Rest of the administrative work piece, be it patching, be it scaling the environment, be it setting it up, as everything will be taken care with the cloud vendor, that is Microsoft, in SCOM managed instance, in this scenario, right? So again, this is a significant investment that we're making in terms of SCOM. You should be able to. There is no specific timeline. This is kind of a teaser that I wanted to go ahead and share it with the large audience that this forum provides. So the managed instance is one of them. Office 65 management pack, as I mentioned, the one that we previously created had some limitations. So we would want to make sure that the latest management pack that Microsoft develops is really evolved, as well as kept on par with the actual workload. Okay, and from what I would want to go ahead and concentrate inside Office 365 Management Pack on a high level is our Exchange, Teams, and SharePoint. These will be the three main workloads that we would want to go ahead and monitor at a very high level. But of course, there are a few other suites inside Office 365 that requires monitoring as well. All right. Change tracking for admin activities. I will give you a quick demo on the change tracking piece soon. How many minutes are we down to, Bruce? We are 22 minutes, if that's correct.
9 minutes to go.
Okay, all right. So I got to hurry it up right now. So change tracking is the feature that we've got in update rollup 1, which I'm going to demo in a few minutes. There has been a consistent ask as to expand that horizon of change tracking. Why only for management pack? Please bring about the auditing piece or the change tracking for all admin activities. So update rollup 2 will have, update rollup 3 will have some of these expanded change tracking pieces, right? And another piece is the Power BI dashboards for executive summary. This we are partnering up with Silec, and they have worked immensely with multiple customers, and we would want to leverage their Power BI skill sets as well as the experience that they've brought in. You should be able to see the Power BI dashboards coming up in update rollup 2. We'll advertise it and share about those details soon as well. As I talked about, keeping SCOM or reinventing SCOM in the current terms, we would also like to mention that we are pretty much active in social handles like Twitter, LinkedIn, and blogging. We have our own blog space. I would highly appreciate if you guys can put your comments as well as have a look at the latest blogs that we have posted on this forum, right? We have, as I mentioned, we also have a Twitter handle, System Center, Microsoft System Center. Please, and we post all of them, post all these updates with the help of with the help of Twitter, right? And having said that, I will go ahead and switch to my virtual machine where I can show you the change tracking feature. So with the change tracking, what we have done is any any changes or any updates that we do in terms of management packs, right? All these management packs that you see here, the base, the inbuilt management packs, as well as the one that we go ahead and import, the sealed management packs that we go ahead and import and add over here, install over here, we go ahead and track them in our SCOM database. And once it is tracked, we have on top, we have built a visualization layer on top of the data that is already tracked. We are providing three basic reports. One is the management pack history. This gives a very high level overview of what management packs have been imported, who has done this and when. And then we have the second layer of management pack reports, where we talk about the objects inside the management packs, right? What monitors and rules have been changed, who has done that, and when has that been done, right? All of that is captured over here in this object management pack objects. And then we also have the override tracking. In the override tracking, as we all know, in management packs, we can override some monitors and rules. We have gone ahead and tracked that as well. So these are the change tracking activities that we are tracking for now. And as I mentioned, in our upcoming changes and updates, we would want to go ahead and monitor or audit few more activities, like for example, run as accounts, patches, or updating. All of that we would want to go ahead and track so that SCOM administrator gets a complete purview of what is happening in his environment. Right. So let me go ahead and show you a sample report for management pack history. So first and foremost, it starts off with an administrator wanting to choose the date for which he wants to see what activities have been done. As of now, the retention period for all these management pack activities are up to 400, right? 400 days. So, of course, there are a bits of conditions that you would want to be aware of, that once you go ahead and install update rollup 2, only then you will be able to see these reports, right? All the previous changes, there would be a mismatch of information, or I would say lack of information on the reports. We will provide all those details in our documentation. Right. So for example, over here, this environment has been patched with this feature from quite some time. I will go ahead and select the dates for which I want to see the activities, and I can go ahead and choose the activity at a very high level. You know, either you do install or delete, and then you can either choose the users or you can leave it blank. And once you go ahead and leave it blank, I will go ahead and pull up the report, which I've already done in the interest of time. Yeah. And so I pulled up a report for May 1st to June 16th, and this comprises of all the actions, right? So there were a few MPs that we've gone ahead and installed and deleted, along with the version numbers and date, and we have them listed here on the change on the management pack history. As I mentioned, the history, management pack history is a very high level. This is layer one of our reporting. Okay. Now switching over to layer two, that is with regards to the objects. So now we go ahead and dig deeper further, but the changes, or the choice to for the options to choose in your reports remains relatively the same. You can first and go ahead and choose the dates, and then you can go ahead and choose which management group that you would want to pick on and who did the changes if you're looking forward to a specific user activity. The second level of reporting also comes with few extra additional options. We get to choose our management packs, which management pack I want to go ahead and pick in our report, right? And the type of activities, right? Whether what type of action that was done, whether it was new monitor created or edited, or the type of objects. So those things you can go ahead and choose. So in the interest of time, I've gone ahead and opened it up, and this is how it would look. On the left hand side, you can go ahead and choose which management pack I want to view. In case you have not selected the management pack during the filter, you can go ahead and choose it over here. And in the center tab, let me go ahead and expand it. I am not able to expand. Okay. I'm not sure if I can go ahead and expand from here. Okay. As I said, in the interest of time, I've just got a couple of minutes if I'm not wrong. So I want to make sure that I run through these reports and give you a gist of what you can see. For example, in this change tracking 3 MP, you can see the description. When you go ahead and expand this line item, you will see that the target was announcement configuration, and we've gone ahead and made changes on the unit monitor. And if you want to go ahead and have a look at the monitor, actual monitor, you can click on the target view. This opens up the actual target which was changed, or the monitor which was changed, right? So we have a click available directly from the report which will take you to the monitor, right? And lastly, the override tracking. Same kind of criteria that you go ahead and pull up, and you will see that the report will have what kind of overrides was done and which management pack you can go ahead and pull up from. And I will go ahead and quickly showcase the override tracking. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the override tracking, or overrides that were changed in my management packs. Some of the management packs are listed out on the left side here, and then you can see what overrides I did in terms of change tracking 3-state monitor. Right. This is this example here, and you can go ahead and jump to the monitor directly from here and see what changes were done on the actual override on the monitor. All right. So those were the quick sneak peek. Again, in the interest of time, the demo was pretty crisp. I hope I had shown, or rather, the demo was effective, and I appreciate uh, giving me time. And hopefully, this was this was able to add value to how your SCOM environment is.